Once upon a time, in the lush lands of Calabar, in the southern eastern part of Nigeria, there lived a young woman named Ekanem. The village of Efut was known for its verdant landscape and vibrant culture, but among its people, Ekanem stood out for her extraordinary beauty. Born to humble farmers, Ekanem's beauty was seen as a blessing from the gods, and her parents, Etim and Eka, cherished her deeply. From a young age, Ekanem's beauty captivated everyone in the village. Her skin was as smooth as the silk, and her eyes sparkled like the stars, and her smile could light up even the darkest of days. As she grew older, her beauty only intensified, and suitors from near and far came to ask for her hand in marriage. However, Ekanem's parents were very protective of her and wanted to ensure that she married for love, not for looks. Ekanem's beauty was not her only gift. She was also kind-hearted, intelligent, and skilled in various crafts. She could weave the finest baskets, cook the most delicious meals, and sing songs that could move even the hardest hearts. Her beauty and talent made her the pride of Efut, but there was a secret that Ekanem and her family kept hidden from the world. As beautiful as Ekanem was by day, she transformed into a hideous creature by night. The curse had been placed upon her by a jealous witch named Uyai, who had once been spawned by Ekanem's father Etim. Uyai had loved Etim deeply, but he had chosen Eka as his wife. In her bitterness, Uyai caused their firstborn child to suffer a fate worse than death, to live a life of duality, beautiful by day and monstrous by night. Ekanem's transformation was terrifying. As soon as the sun set, her smooth skin would become rough and scaly, her sparkling eyes would turn bloodshot, and her beautiful voice would become a guttural growl. The transformation was painful, and Ekanem would hide away in her room every evening, locking herself in to prevent anyone from seeing her true form. Her parents sought the help of every healer, diviner, and priestess they could find, but none could lift the curse. The only way to break it, they were told, was for Ekanem to find true love, a love that would accept her despite her nightly transformation. As words of Ekanem's beauty spread, so did the legend of her curse. Suitors still came to ask for her hand, but as soon as they learned of her nightly transformation, they fled in fear. Ekanem's heart grew heavy with each rejection, and she began to lose hope that she would ever find someone who could truly love her for who she truly was. One day, a young hunter named Ubong came to Efut. He had heard tales of Ekanem's beauty and was determined to win her heart. Unlike the other suitors, Ubong was not deterred by the stories of her curse. He was a brave and kind-hearted man, known for his wisdom and strength. He sought out Ekanem's parents and asked for their blessing to court her. Etim and Eka were impressed by Ubong's sincerity and courage. They agreed to let him court their daughter, but they warned him of the trials he would face. Ubong accepted the challenge and promised to prove his love for Ekanem. Ubong and Ekanem's first meeting was unlikely any other. When Ubong saw Ekanem, he was struck not only by her beauty, but also by her grace and kindness. They spent the day talking, sharing stories, and laughing together. Ekanem found herself drawn to Ubong's genuine nature and felt a glimmer of hope for the first time in years. As the sun began to set, Ekanem grew anxious. She did not want Ubong to see her transformation and be frightened away like the others. She excused herself and hurried back to her home, locking herself in her room before the curse took hold. Ubong, however, was not deterred. He had seen the fear in Ekanem's eyes and wanted to reassure her. He went to Etim and Eka and asked to stay the night, promising to keep Ekanem's secret safe. Reluctantly, they agreed. That night, Ubong sat outside Ekanem's room, listening as she cried out in pain during her transformation. His heart ached for her, and he vowed to find a way to break the curse. When the dawn broke, Ekanem emerged from her room, her beauty restored but her spirit broken. Ubong approached her gently and took her hand. Ekanem, I do not care about your nightly transformation. I see the person you are inside, and that is who I love. Together, we will find a way to lift this cause. Ekanem was overwhelmed by Ubong's words. No one had ever spoken to her with such compassion and acceptance, and she felt a glimmer of hope and agreed to let Ubong stay and help her. Ubong and Ekanem set out on a quest to find a way to break the curse. They visited wise elders, consulted ancient texts, and sought the counsel of powerful shamans. Their journey took them through dense forests, across vast plains, and into the hearts of the sacred mountain. One day, they came across an old woman named Anwa, who lived in a secluded hut deep in the forest. Anwa was known for her knowledge of ancient magic and her ability to see into the hearts of men. She listened to their story and agreed to help them, but warned that the path to breaking the curse would be fraught with danger and sacrifice. Anwa explained that to break the curse, Ubong and Ekanem would have to undergo 3 trials, each designed to test the strength of their love and the purity of their hearts. The first trial was the trial of trust. They were to cross a rickety bridge over a deep chasm, with Ubong blindfolded and Ekanem guiding him. As they began to cross the bridge, the wind howled and the bridge swayed dangerously. Ekanem's heart pounded with fear, but she knew she had to trust Ubong. With each step, she encouraged him, and together they made it to the other side, their trust in each other unwavering. The second trial was a trial of sacrifice. They were led to a clearing where a fierce lioness guarded her corpse. Anwa instructed them to retrieve a feather from a golden eagle's nest perched high in a tree. The lioness watched them warily, ready to pounce at any moment. Ubong and Ekanem walked together, climbing the tree with caution and retrieving the feather. As they descended, the lioness growled, but Ubong placed himself between Ekanem and the lioness, ready to protect her at all costs. The lioness, sensing their pure intention, allowed them to pass unharmed. The final trial was a trial of acceptance. They were shown a reflection of Ekanem's nightly transformation in a magical mirror. Ubong was asked if he could truly accept Ekanem in her monstrous form. Without hesitation, Ubong declared his love for Ekanem no matter her appearance. Anwa smiled and declared that they had passed the trials. She gave them a potion made from rare herbs and instructed Ekanem to drink it under the light of the full moon. That night, as the moon rose high in the sky, Ekanem drank the potion and felt a warmth spread through her body. As the transformation began, Ekanem braced herself for the pain, but instead, she felt a soothing calm. Her skin remained smooth, her eyes clear, and her voice melodious. The curse was broken and she was free. Ubong and Ekanem returned to Efut, where they were welcomed with joy and celebration. The people of Efut marveled at their love and courage, and the story of their journey became a cherished folktale passed down through generations. Ekanem and Ubong were married in a grand ceremony, and their love continued to grow with each passing day. They ruled the village of Efut with wisdom and compassion, always mindful of the lesson they had learnt on their journey. The tale of Ekanem's course and the unwavering love became a symbol of hope and resilience. It taught the people of Calabar that true beauty lies within the heart, and that love, trust, and acceptance can overcome even the greatest of obstacles. And so, the legend of Ekanem and Ubong lived on, inspiring generations to come with their story of love, courage, and enduring power of the human spirit.